Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to the Minute channel, and today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII the Remake. We have the final game, I guess, come out now, and I've been playing them a bit now. I think I played about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, maybe about 7 at the most. So it's pretty early, but I feel like I can tell you whether you should play this game or whether this is a game for you. Well, so let's go ahead and talk about this. And now, as somebody that has played the original game back on the PlayStation 1, I was skeptical but still very excited for this game. I always been very skeptical with remakes because they can turn out really good or really bad. It's just kind of like the luck of the draw, really. So I was looking for two things in this game. I was looking to see how close to the original one is and how justifiable to have a remake it is with the changes that they added and so on. So this is something that I really wanted to look into, and I had a good experience with this game. I really enjoyed the game so far. So let's talk about the story and some of the changes, because I do think that the changes in the story aspect are really well worth your time. So if you played the original one, there's obviously the limitations of the system back then, whether it's voice acting or character development or a lot of different stuff and everything. This game really takes everything to 11 in that sense. You have voice acting now, which is really appropriate for all the different characters. Voice acting is great so far. All the different characters get enough screen time and development that you can feel their depth and everything. I really like that a lot. The original one had some, but not to this extent. There's a lot of more new cutscenes, a lot of more new stuff, dialogue and everything, and does this add to the experience. It makes it much worthwhile for everybody, really. I really like, for example, Cloud. He has much more depth at the beginning of the game. In the beginning of the game on the original one, it was more like a clean slate kind of thing. You slowly start discovering his story and everything, but really you start finding a lot of his stuff from the beginning, and you can see his character development even from day one that you see it now into 5-6 hours. You really see how he's changing and everything, and a lot of these changes is going on. I like that a lot. It's a really good change. A lot of different characters have more screen time again and a lot of development. I really appreciate that. It just makes you kind of get involved in the story, soak everything in, and I think that this new edition is really welcomed. Some parts can feel padded a little bit, but overall I do feel like this is really good. Gameplay wise, I was also skeptical about this. I think this is my biggest skeptical part of it. I've always been a huge fan of turn-based RPGs and RPGs in general. As you guys know this, I have a channel about RPGs and Persona and stuff, so that's kind of my jam, right? But I do like action RPGs. I do like first-person action, third-person action games and so on. So going from a turn-based to third-person action hack and slash type with RPG elements kind of thing was kind of is a big debacle. It's a big thing to go through and everything like that. And I feel like the Square Enix did the best they could with what they have and everything. Definitely huge improvement from games like Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 15, which kind of were going into that direction already. This one does feel like an extension on that one, much better. It's more smoother, it's more cleaner when it comes to the gameplay and the different hack and slash and the different elements that you have. The magic feels smooth. It does have a lot of really good stuff going for it. Overall, I do think that this is a good experience. One thing that I will say that about the gameplay is there's this camera angles that sometimes we'll get into and will cover you and everything. They're extremely disappointing, and kind of sometimes when you're fighting something, it'll lock into a wall or a character is behind a wall and stuff like that, and it just makes it frustrating and everything. But anyway, that is pretty much in my experience here. I'm really having a good time, and I do think that you should definitely check this game out if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, or if you're just interested in the games at all. I think that these are really good games. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all this. Are you liking this game or not, or is it your first game? Anyway, that's it for today, guys, and please consider liking, subscribing, and so on. I'll see you guys next time.